So looking at scalar multiplication, and a scalar is this number out the front. So basically, it's just multiplying everything by 5, and it's called a scalar because it scales it. In this case, it's making everything 5 times larger. If we were to multiply by 0.5, we'd be making everything smaller. So that's what we mean by scalar multiplication. And basically, all we're saying is it's 5 times this, 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 5 times this. Which, 5 times tables, you should know that, people. So you get 5, 0, 15, 10, minus 5, and 35. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, multiplying was fairly straightforward, but you can actually see that also it can go in reverse in terms of factorization. So if we were to look at factorization, you can see that all the numbers in this matrix we have here can all be divided by 3. So if I was to divide everything by 3, you would get 3 divided by 3, 1, 6 divided by 3, 2, 0 divided by 3, 0, negative 3 divided by 3, negative 1, 18 divided by 3, 6, and 15 divided by 3, 5. So we can see that matrix we've got here is the same as 3 lots of 1, 2, 0, negative 1, 6, 5. And your calculator won't do this because you're all going, oh, I could just do all this on my calculator, but your calculator won't do this. And you're going, oh, really? So it won't. And this is why they make exam questions which test people's understanding rather than what they can type on a calculator. So I've artificially created a horrible looking matrix of times by, the star thing means times on my keyboard, 1 over 17, which is the same as dividing by 17. So 17 divided by 17 gives us this lovely number 1 because that works out nicely. But negative 5 divided by 17 is this horrible negative decimal here. 3 divided by 17 is this, and 9 divided by 17 is this, and you can see that there's just this decimals going forever, and it's messy and horrible. So the calculator tip here is if you select your matrix there and you're going, this is horrible, then click the fraction button there, which is saying flip between decimals and fractions. It'll convert it to nice little numbers like this. And you can go back and forth between the two of those things. Sometimes it's much nicer to have those lovely precise and elegant fractions rather than decimals. Okay, some problems are a bit harder to do on the calculator, and they know this, and this goes back to the idea of what I was talking about factorizing, because you can see in the answers we got these factors they've taken out at the front, or scalars, because they're going to multiply through. If you put this into your calculator, you do get a single answer, and that answer is, I believe, 40, because 4 times 4 is 16, and 2 times 12 is 24, and then 16 plus 24 is 40. So you know immediately, like from your calculator, not A, not B. Got no idea how you end up with those numbers, but it's a choice between C, D, and E, and your calculator is going to say 40, and you don't know what you're doing then. But you can easily see that this is 2 lots of 2, 1, 0, and I'll do it in a different color. This one is 2 lots of 2, 6, 4. And so if you look at this, you can see that this is 112, 8. I don't know where that comes from, so that's wrong. So it's between D and E. Now this is where people can easily make a mistake. And the thing is, you've got if you're multiplying these together, you've got 2 times 2, which is 4. So the answer is E. Okay, some of you might have got fooled and forgot there's another times 2 in there, and that's why D is wrong. But your calculator won't show this. So type in on your calculator. To get the 420, you tap this one twice, and that'll get you a row with 3 columns. And the star symbol, that's my times. I'll just use the keyboard on my calculator. It'll look different on yours, but it's the same thing as times. And the second one here, you just tap this one twice, and that gives you a 3 rows, 1 column. And you can see you got the answer 40, which is why it really didn't help us at all. But you didn't really need to touch the calculator with this. And one of the things you need to know about the exams is a lot of this stuff can be done by not touching the calculator. You should be able to do this one easily in your head to be efficient and get the top marks. But you could, of course, just check all the answers, and if you think E is the right one, you can just type that all into your calculator there, and you do get the same answer. And it's the only one that will give you the same answer. But being E, you might have tried out C, D, and then E. Again, we must emphasize efficiency. This is only question 2.